What's going on, guys? techsavvybuyer here. So, it's been about 5 or 6 months since I last reviewed the JXD S192K. And a lot of you guys had some mixed opinions about how this device is. So I decided I wanted to come back and basically give you guys an updated kind of view on this device. And needless to say, this is not going to be great, guys. This is not going to be a good review. So if you're looking for a rainbow unicorn fill type review, this is not going to be it. Now, before I go ahead and rip this thing apart, not literally, but just figuratively speaking, I want to kind of comment on my last video because a lot of you people thought that it was a sponsored video and this and that, so let me clear some of the stuff out of the air. The video that I did last time, it was not a sponsored video. Gearbest sent this over for review. They did not pay me for it, and I gave a pretty honest review. I was genuinely impressed with this device, with all the stuff that I could do with it at the time, and even now that you could still do with it. It was pretty impressive, and the thing that really sold me was the fact that you had the included Gamepad in it, basically. Now, a lot of you argue that you can buy one and hook it up to a phone and all that, and you know, that's fine and all, and I don't disagree with that 100%, but I don't agree with it 100% either, only because you still have the issue of using Bluetooth to connect it, and it's fidgety, it's an extra thing that you got to carry around, and sometimes universal solutions are just never as good as something that's made like that, right? Just think of if the Switch was a little tablet and it didn't come with the Joy-Cons and it was something separate, or it was a universal solution for that. It's the same thing. So I really liked that they included that and had the shoulder buttons on top, pretty much had everything that you would really want in a nice tablet or portable gaming device. The screen was great, the battery was great, there was decent amount of power in it to run a lot of emulation. Granted, you couldn't really run Dreamcast games at full speed. You had some issues with a few PSP games here and there, and PS2, I know in my last video I said you could run PS2 if you really pimped it up and tried to do it, but after further and further testing, it was only about a few handful of titles that I actually got to work on here, but most of them just bogged down and didn't really play well. My biggest issue with this device, and which for the reason I'm no longer going to recommend anyone to ever buy this, don't ever buy this, pass this completely, it's a waste of money at this point, and I'm going to show it to you guys right now. It's the screen. Do you guys see that? That is the screen actually separating from the digitizer, meaning the adhesive that they used inside this was so low quality and so crap that it's actually separating from it. And I can't believe that JXD is actually going around selling this for more than $300 today. When I reviewed this, it was $299 at the time, and even with a discount, you could get it for about $260-ish or so. It's gone up in price. It has not gotten any kind of custom updates from JXD. And the cherry on top is I reached out to JXD on their website. I tried to go through the customer service route to see if someone can help me with this, and I didn't get diddly squat. Now, I said that in my last review that, you know, when you buy something like this that doesn't have a US-based presence or anything of that nature, you're going to suffer with this kind of issue. But I thought at least somebody would respond to a freaking email. And nobody responded to my email, and that really ticked me off. That's why I'm making this video. I don't want you guys to go through what I did, and I want to own up to the mistake that I made giving this a positive review. So I don't get paid for stuff like this, guys. Every review I do, my channel only has about 38,000 subscribers at this point. At this base, you know, to some of you it might seem like it's a lot of subscribers, but I'm not in the ranks with, you know, 500K or 1 million plus subscribers. That's where the money starts rolling in and all that kind of stuff makes a difference. This isn't even a full-time thing for me, just for the record. I do YouTube part-time. I still have a full-time job because I don't make enough money on YouTube to do this full-time. I would like to someday, but I'm not. So sorry to digress, but this is just not worth the time or the money for anyone. And even in my other video, which I did with the Switch and the PS Vita versus this, I would respectfully just like to remove this as even a contender for you guys to consider. Don't consider this device. This is an absolute waste of money. There's no support from JXD on this anymore. You can't load custom software on it. It doesn't have an updated version coming out. And now with the likes of the Moki i7S and other devices coming out that have joypads built in it, there's really no point of having this anymore. Speaking of the Moki i7S, I'm going to be reviewing that very soon. It's a ton better than this. You know, at the time when this was out, of course, you had the GPD-XD Win and Win Plus, but price range-wise, it really wasn't competition. I wouldn't call that competition because it was double or triple the price. The Moki i7S, however, is around the $400 price range, and at least it's a phone as well, so it can double as that, and it makes more sense for a purchase if you guys want to look at it that way. This, on the other hand, it's still functional, and everything works fine in it, but the screen, just because the way it is, it's just a put off. I mean, I'll power this on and you guys can take a look at it, but I can't recommend anyone to ever buy this again. And I am deeply apologetic to all the people that may have potentially purchased one on my review last time. If you have an opportunity to return it, absolutely get rid of this crap. Don't even bother sticking with this. And honestly, I've never been so wrong in any video or any tech item that I've reviewed in my entire life. I never had an experience like this where, and you know, let me give you guys some background on this too. I hate going all over the place, but I really feel like you guys need to know. I did absolutely nothing with this device that would cause this to happen. So even with the screen on, look, you still can see all that stuff on there. You can still see that mark going around it. But back to what I was saying, I didn't do anything with this that would cause the screen to separate from the digitizer. This literally sat in this one of these drawers here for the last 5 months. I used it quite a bit when I played Resident Evil and did some streaming in home, and I really enjoyed it for that. But it, for the most part, just sat idle. It didn't do anything. And after, you know, checking on this a couple months later, because I had an idea for another video and I wanted to do, and I wanted to take advantage of this, that's what I saw. And at first I thought, hey, is this a screen protector? But it's not. And look, I'll even start peeling away the screen protector so you guys can see. It's still on there, but you see that? It's not the screen protector, so I'll even show you like that. It's still there. See? This is horrible, guys. JXD, if you guys are watching this video, you really, first of all, you need to up your customer service level. Second, you need to stop producing stuff like this. If you're going to charge $300 for something like this, at least have the guts to back up the product or release constant updates for it. What is the concept of having a one and done thing, especially with an Android based system where when new apps come out, they require a new Android operating system? This can't even run, a number of apps can't even run on this. Like Netflix, for example, is not even compatible with this unless you download an older version. That's ridiculous, guys. So you really have some work to do. You need to get back to the drawing board and make better quality products, not stuff like this. You cannot charge people $300 for stuff like this. But anyways, guys, I'm sorry that this is a negative video. I really don't do negative videos, but I really feel like I had to voice my concern on this, and I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I apologize again for any of the people who thought that I was shilling myself out for this. I don't do that, guys. I'm as you can see, I'm already well off financially, and I don't really need YouTube as a second source of income. I do this because I enjoy doing it. I'm pretty passionate about it. I like it. I've always been a tech person my entire life. People have always come to me since I was a teenager to get stuff done, and so I wanted to share stuff with you guys. So with that being said, avoid this at all costs. Don't waste your money on this. Don't waste your time on this. And JXD, go back to the drawing board. But guys, if this was helpful for you, go ahead and smash that like button and do subscribe to the channel. And until then, guys, I'll pretty much see you on the next one. Sorry about this again for the gazillion time, but avoid at all costs. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.